Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before we start, let's pay tribute to all the Indian soldiers. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Pradeep Bima. Are you planning to visit Leh Ladakh? Then you should watch this video. Let's understand Leh first before getting into geography. Leh is capital of Ladakh, one of the Indian state located at the tip of North India. Leh is all about bike riding and you need to be clear which route you need to prefer or which option, else it would be really tough. As you see, option 1 and option 2 is applicable only if you're traveling by bike. Otherwise, option 3, you can directly go by flight from any part of Indian city to Leh and then you can choose option 3. So in this video, I will basically explain you all the options 1, 2, 3 and which option is better. Let us now talk about only option 1 and option 2. In this case, you need to transfer your bike from any part of Indian city to Srinagar or Chandigarh, depends on which route you prefer, and it will cost approximately 20,000 and it has to be your own bike and you can coordinate with any logistic partner. Coming to the option 1, it is from Chandigarh to Leh and option 2, Srinagar to Leh. Expenses is going to be more or less same where it will cost 10,000 for your petrol, but the experience is going to be different. Chandigarh to Leh is very tough and you will have oxygen issues. Srinagar to Leh is okay because you have a highway and even kids and elderly people also can travel. Now, when it comes to accommodation, why I'm saying 12,500, which is approximately 2,500 per night is, if you're traveling from Chandigarh to Leh, you cannot do single stretch. You have to stop in between for many places. So where you may need to stay. When I explain you in detail in the video, you'll be getting to know where I'm staying. So that's why you will still have to spend 12,500 between Chandigarh to Leh or between Srinagar to Leh. So it depends on which route you prefer. Total it will cost around almost 47,500. Now let's say you are not going by bike at all to Leh, but you go by flight, then option 3 is applicable. Here air ticket comes into picture from any Indian city to Leh. It will cost approximately 25,000 and you can book any travel platform. Visa it's free for Indians, but for foreign nationals it is 3,000 and they can book online. Accommodation again here, why I'm saying is if you land in Leh, then you may have to go to Kardungla, Siachen, Nubra Valley, Umlingla. That is the stretch you need to do. For that again you may have to stay for 6 days. So that's why again the accommodation will be 12,500. Then again food is going to be the same concept like above. You will get wherever you can and dinner and breakfast is usually included in your homestay. But in this case you may have to rent a bike in Leh because you're not coming to Leh by bike. So for that again you have to spend 20,000 and SIM it will cost around 1,000. Though you have Indian SIM, it might not work in Ladakh. You may need to have BSNL or maybe you need to take a local SIM. So if you see, this also will cost around 45,500. So if you want to take the complete bike travel all the way from option 1 or option 2, option 3, then you need to club full cost. So which is like 47,500 maybe from Chandigarh to Leh or Srinagar to Leh plus option 3. So it will cost close to 1 lakh if you want to do the full stretch, or only option 3 it will be around 50,000. You may get doubt that why can't I do club with option 3 and option 1 or option 2. If you're trying to club that, it is nothing but logically you're coming by bike itself from Chandigarh or Srinagar. So either you choose option 1 plus option 3 or option 2 plus option 3 or only option 3 alone. In this video, I will focus only on option 1. For option 3, please watch part 1. This track is going to be the most dangerous journey in the world from Chandigarh to all the way Leh, which is through Rohtang Pass, Atal Tunnel, Jispa, Darchu, Sarchu, Rumse, and then it will go all the way to Leh. And it will take at least 4 to 5 days to reach Leh from Chandigarh. Let us understand in detail. From Chandigarh, you start and all the way towards Mandi and then Kullu to Manali. Manali, you may stay back for 1 day, and from Manali next day go to Kelong, and you also have a nearby monastery to explore, and from Kelong you would directly go to Jispa and stay there in Jispa. The next day from Jispa you continue towards Sarchu, and it's suggested to stay in Sarchu for 1 night. From Sarchu you further go against further to Gata loops. And currently the route is not showing, but it is route. It's the most dangerous and it's also called death loops through Nakila Pass and Pong and also Tanglangla. And there are many other passes which you'll get it. And it will go all the way to, and this is the best pass, Tanglangla. And it will go all the way to Ramse and then further continue towards the Leh, towards Urpshi and then Karu and then Leh. So it will be a journey of 5 days. My friend and I started together from Bangalore to Chandigarh as our bike was already transferred from Bangalore to Chandigarh, and we reached Chandigarh and met different people from different cities and completed all the formalities of collecting the bike and check in, petrol, service the bike and collecting the dog pack and all. Okay, it's time to start day two. Let's begin the journey from Chandigarh to Manali. Sit back and relax and enjoy the video. Finally, we reached Manali after a long travel, but it was okay because it's moderate track, not a difficult one. Next day, we started from Manali to Jispa via Kelong. Though it is a normal track, but the Kelong monastery visit for very small distance is very tough route. Otherwise, it's all okay. You can still go a little bit relaxed, and it's a very lazy journey. Finally, we reached Jispa after a very long and lazy travel because we are trying to get habited to the altitude sickness so that we don't have problems with oxygen because the next day is going to be really tough. Here we go. Day 4. Track looks easy, isn't it? But it's not. It's one of the most deadliest track in the Leh journey. You have a place called Barlalcha Pass and it is almost filled with snow. Please do make a note. It will at least take 3 hours to clear the traffic, and there were two spots like this, so which means 6 hours just gone to wait in the traffic. Please note that. Oh my god, that was one heck of a journey. Trust me, guys, it was never easy. And this is where the problem starts from Sarchu. So many people will try to give up and leave from here because they will be facing the altitude sickness. I did face this, but I don't want to give up, so I still continued further. Let's start the next day journey from Sarchu to Leh, but let us discuss only about the Gata loops now. So we started from Sarchu to Gata loops. The route is not showing, but it is there. I will show you in bits and pieces. Here we go, the most dangerous loops, Gata loops, also called ghost loops, because there are many ghost stories here. And it will take 20 minutes to pass this particular loop, right from down to up or even from up to down. We were really lucky that day, otherwise we would have been dead by this landslide if we were minutes little early.